Hey guys, what's up? This is Coach Reza. You don't necessarily need to watch this video. You can just listen as an audio if you like. The main thing I wanted to talk to you guys about with this has to do with the principle of sincerity. All right, it's one of the most overlooked principles in a lot of spiritual teachings, but it's absolutely fundamental. All right, so I did want to take a few minutes to discuss the idea so that you guys can actually start practicing the principle of sincerity right now, today. All right, so if you watch today's lesson first, then you may have noticed that at the end I mentioned the idea. When it comes to meditation, you'll experience many things. There'll be a lot of thoughts and ideas that flood through your mind. There may be sounds that you hear. There may be things that you feel, like a pain or something of that nature. And there's a lot of distractions that happen. What is going to happen is you're going to notice that you actually have the control, the power of your own mind to feed your attention to one of those ideas or thoughts or experiences. And you also have the power to keep your mind on what you're doing. All right, the one task that you're doing. So in this day and age, guys, we're doing so much. We have so much on our minds. There's so much to do that we tend to overlook this principle because we feel pressure. We want to get things done. There's so much to get done and we only have a certain amount of time. It's like we're battling with time constantly. But if you can slow down this process and actually realize that there's no battle outside of yourself, then you'll start to see that you really do have plenty of time. You're not fighting against time, you're working with time. And sincerity will help you to get there. So when you're meditating, guys, you're gonna hear thoughts or ideas in your mind, and it's your job as a meditator to let go, okay? It's a practice. It's an idea and it's a practice. If you're able to let go of these ideas that keep bombarding your mind, then you'll start to create a habit and it'll build. It's a strength, it's an ability, it's an acquired skill, because we've actually lost that skill. The older that we get, we lose that skill. We get so set in our ways, we learn so much that knowledge becomes the thing that we go by. And we're always learning, but letting go of what we've learned will allow us to absorb more information and take things for what they really are, rather than try to alter the things that we're learning with what we've already learned, because then we're not actually absorbing, right? We're just kind of taking a little piece of everything. Now, which is not bad. I mean, it happens on its own, but when we try to do that, we go through a process in our own mind. We're missing in what the actual message could be, all right? So really, to take in the moment, to absorb what you're experiencing in the moment, you gotta be sincere with the moment, okay? If you're listening, if you're trying to learn something, and you're relating what you're learning to what you've learned in the past, you're missing something from what the speaker is trying to share with you. If you're listening to an idea or a lesson, and you may not be relating, but you may be thinking of other things, okay? Are you fully receiving the message of what the teacher's trying to share with you? Probably not, okay? Actually, I guarantee you no. You're not gonna remember it the same way that it was taught, all right? This is what happens the older that we get, because we learn so much and we forget how to let go. We lose that innocence that we once had as a child, and we try to relate and stack and stack and stack instead of dropping the stack and just taking in the moment for what it is. All right, hope that makes sense for you guys. I don't want to go too much into it and confuse you any further. If I already have, I'm sorry. I hope you can just take what I said for what it's worth, and don't try to relate what I'm saying to anything that you're experiencing, because you will relate to it. If you listen to this message fully, just listen, then sit down and reflect and go into meditation, then you'll see and you'll replay the times when you were not being sincere, okay? This happens through meditation. You don't have to practice this reflecting while I'm talking. You don't need to reflect on what you've done or how you wish you could have done things differently while I'm speaking, okay? I do it a lot too, trust me. It's a process that we gotta learn. So I'm not mad at you if you're doing it, but just catch yourself, okay? I gotta do it all the time, all right? So it's a process, yeah. Anyway, hope that this hit you at home and made some sense to you guys. And thank you for taking the time to watch this and to listen to this. Replay it over and over again if you need to. It's a very, very important fundamental cultivation, and it's going to help you out tremendously in everything that you do. All right? Thank you guys so much, and many blessings. Take care.